Hey guys, Mrhappy here, and today I just wanted to do a quick video about the job crystals. Now, I've done so many videos about classes and jobs before, but this one's going to be a real quickie, I can promise you that. So people have been asking me, why do I need to unlock a job? Why can't I just use the class? What do I gain? What do I lose from going from class to job? Now, I've explained it very briefly, so I will use terms that I've used before to explain this. Now, as a class, you get 10 abilities from the armory system, as opposed to 5 from a job. Because of this, people keep asking me, well, with all those extra abilities, with all the other classes that I can pull abilities from, wouldn't my DPS be better if I could just pull abilities from all these different classes, as opposed to just pulling them from the 2 that I get when I get a job? And I'm going to show you now why this doesn't exactly work this way. Sure, I could equip, I could go ahead and, as my archer, I could go ahead and put Second Wind, Internal Release, Featherfoot, I could put Flash, and I could put Raise on my bar, I could put Cure, I could put Stone Skin, I could put Eye for an Eye and Virus, I could put Swift Cast, which doesn't really have much use. Put Invigorate, Blood for Blood, which I can already do as my job. I go over to Marauder. I could grab Mercy Stroke. That way I have 2 executes at low level. I could throw on Bloodbath and Foresight. I could throw on all these abilities. But there's one thing that isn't calculated for that most people seem to ignore when it comes to job crystals. And that is, I want you to look at my stats here. Strength 176, Dexterity 393, Vitality 306, Intelligence, Mind and Piety don't matter at all. I'm going from Archer to Bard. Piety matters a little bit, but not much. So, when I equip my Soul Crystal, watch what happens to my stats. They all go up. That's a big reason why a Soul Crystal matters so much, why a job matters so much. Now, 10 Strength doesn't really matter. 10 Vitality, it's 150 health. It's pretty impressive. 20 Dexterity, on the other hand, is a massive, massive boost in DPS. On average, DPS, I don't know how much exactly, but I know that on a crit, about 20 dexterity will add about 60 damage to your crit, so probably about 30 to 35 damage on your regular attacks. That is a lot of DPS that you would not be able to make up for by being a class. Not to mention, you also lose out on some of the stronger gear until you get to the item level 90 gear, which comes from the Binding Coil of Bahamut. Then you probably won't be able to use any strong weapons. The strongest weapons you'll be able to use are the Garuda weapons or the Titan weapons. You can't use the relic weapons as a class, either. So really the amount of stat boosts that you get from having the job crystal and having access to that sort of armor is very, very useful. Not to mention, there's gear in the game at max level that's considered best in slot gear that can only be used by the job. It cannot be used by the class, which is very, very important. If you're going to wear the absolute best gear, you're going to need to have your job equipped, bottom line. There's very few jobs that can really get away without doing that and can just go for all stuff from the Binding Coil. So this is the main reason why jobs are so important. Also, let me just touch on it again. These 5 abilities that you get from your job, if you're going to bring your job to a raid, these are essential. Usually, you're bringing this job to a raid because you're going to need these kind of things. You're going to need the additional damage from Foe's Requiem. You're going to need the additional damage from... You're going to need the additional MP from Mage's Ballad. You're going to need to reduce damage with Rain of Death. You're bringing these jobs there for a reason, and you should be utilizing them to their maximum. Obviously, this changes from job to job, and I'm just using Bard as an example, but I really just want people to understand why jobs are so important. You get a stat boost. You get access to certain equipment that you can't access as a class. You gain access to 5 abilities that some would consider crucial to endgame raiding. But anyway, guys, I really just wanted this to be a short video. I really have to go. I really have to take care of a few things. So anyway, guys, I just want to thank you all. This week, I have a lot planned. I'm going to be finishing up my my trinity of dungeon guides for the starters, the first 3 dungeons. I'm also going to be looking at some mid-level dungeons I've recorded some additional footage of from a healer perspective. I'm also going to be looking at other jobs such as Summoner and Scholar, Monk, Dragoon. I'm going to start working on more versus videos this week, and it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. Trust me, I have so much planned, guys. You don't want to miss out on it, so be sure to like, favorite, subscribe, and share for more Final Fantasy XIV information, and we're going to start moving into a bit more theory crafting after I get some of this other stuff out of the way, so be sure to stick around. Also, you can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. You can shoot me questions there if you think an idea is good, bad, maybe if you have a question. Don't worry, I hopefully have an answer. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, take care.